Hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class we are going to discuss about CJP, that is Cockroach Jantar Party, and Sonam Wangchuk's hunger strike. Now, first of all, let me clarify that this is just an academic video. We'll discuss about it because many of my students had requested that, sir, please make video. It is very much in the news. So this will be an academic class. We will discuss about the genesis of Cockroach Jantar Party, and we will discuss about Mr. Sonam Wangchuk, his life, his achievements, then protests related to that. Okay, so this is from academic point of view. We are doing this discussion. So I'm sure if you are reading newspaper, you must have come across this, that Mr. Sonam Wangchuk has been on the protest for the past, I think today is the 17th day, 14 July today. So actually, why actually? Basically, he's been protesting for the resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. Dharmendra Pradhan is actually the Education Minister of India. And actually, he's asking for the resignation because recently we have seen NEET controversy. There were issues with CBSE marking, etc. You know these things. And that's why CJP and Mr. Sonam Wangchuk has been demanding a resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. So we'll discuss about it in detail with regards to the genesis of Cockroach Jantar Party and Mr. Sonam Wangchuk. So let us start with the Cockroach Jantar Party. First of all, it is not a political party, not registered with Election Commission of India. This has to be very crystal clear. Okay. So right now it cannot fight any election or something like that. It is actually a social media creation. Okay. So let us discuss about the genesis of that. See, what happened was actually in the month of May, there was a news that the Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant, had called some unemployed youth as cockroaches and parasites in the system. So basically what happened was there was a person, there was a lawyer who had requested or who had filed a petition that he should be declared as senior advocate. And while hearing that matter, he said that they go and become media. Some of the unemployed youths in India become social media RTI activists and start attacking the system. And he was hearing a matter with regards to a person to be designated as senior advocate. So he said that there are already parasites in the society who attack the system, and asked the petitioner he wanted to join hands with them, etc. The entire world would be eligible, but you are not eligible. So basically, someone had filed a petition that he should be declared as a senior advocate. Okay. And in that, actually, he went emotional and he kept on saying that there are youngsters like cockroaches who do not get any employment or have any place in profession. Some of them become media, some of them become social media, and some of them become RTI activists and other activists, and they start attacking the system. Is this the conduct of a person who seeks designate as a senior advocate? So basically, the CJI had questioned him, actually, that he is not eligible for being a senior advocate. That is one line you can say. And in that, he actually said these statements. Now, what happened was, actually, when this statement went in the media and all, so actually, the people, because this is also a reality that we have a lot of unemployed youths in India. We have unemployment, actually, which is a serious thing. So people realize that, okay, CJI is calling to them, all the unemployeds as parasites and cockroaches. So later on, he clarified that he was not calling for everyone, but he was actually saying to those who are having fake LLB degrees and asking for the lawyership, etc. So he said that I'm not saying, I did not say to all the unemployed youth that they are cockroaches and parasites. So he had clarified it later on. You can see, clarified it is totally baseless to suggest that I criticize the youth of our nation. Not only I'm proud of our present and future human resource, but every youth of India aspires me. Because actually he had clarified it. This got published on 17th May 2026, because on 15th May 2026 he had said youngsters like cockroaches who are not getting employment in the profession, turning into social media RTI activists, etc., and attacking the system. So however, later on he clarified it that no, I was not saying that all the unemployed youths are cockroaches and parasites, but I was referring to the one who are having the fake LLB degrees, etc. I was referring to them. That is what it happened. However, what happened was the matter actually had become like very prominent. It started coming everywhere in the social media, etc. And there was one person, Abhijit Deepke. He's a former member of former communication strategist of Aam Aadmi Party. He was actually living in America, and he opened a website, Cockroach Jantar Party. And that website, he opened, I think, Instagram account also, X account also, and actually they got a lot of support. And actually this cockroach word actually was taken from the same term that was used by the Chief Justice of India, Cockroach Janata Party. However, this is not registered as a political party right now, till now. It is not registered as a political party with the Election Commission of India. This has to be very crystal clear. Now, so what happens is actually that this guy made Abhijit Dipke. He was in America and I was studying somewhere in Boston University somewhere. He made this website and actually people got supported him a lot on the social media. He got a lot of supporters, etc. and all. And actually, this we have actually discussed it, that the word cockroaches came from here. See, let me show, because see, first of all, understand that I'm not like a campaigner of this party, but from academic point of view, since it has been very much in the news and it has been requested by my students, so that's why I'm discussing little bit about this party. So this is their website, Voice of the Lazy and Unemployed, and our movement's vision is this. You can read it. So this is actually the cockroach. They have made it through AI. Okay, so this is what they have written on their website. You can read it. Pause the video and read what is their movement's vision, etc. Okay, and yes, manifesto. They have put 5 things in the manifesto. Let me read a little bit because maybe they can ask questions. If the CJP comes to power, if the Chief Cockroach Janata Party comes to power, first of all, right now they are not registered with the Election Commission of India. So this was actually a satirical. I think whatever I can understand, it was just when they had made it, it was satirical only. But right now they are protesting. They have come on the streets and protesting. But at that time when they had made it, it was just a satirical website. Satirical means mazakia. If the CJP comes to power, that no Chief Justice will be granted a Rajya Sabha seat as post-retirement reward. Basically, we have seen actually one incident in 2020, I think, when a Chief Justice of India had retired and 3-4 months later after his retirement, he got a Rajya Sabha nomination. Next is if any legitimate voter is deleted, his name is deleted, the Chief Election Commission will be arrested under UAPA. That is what its opinion they had written. Similarly, they talked about 50% reservation for women and 50% cabinet post to be reserved for women. Then, of course, they talked about cancelling the licenses of media houses which are owned by the industrialists, etc. Then they mentioned about anti-defection law. That if one party, if one MP or MLA, after becoming MP or MLA, switches the party, that person will be barred from fighting election for the next 20 years. You will not hold any public office for the next 20 years. So that was, these 5 are their manifesto CJP. So it was in the news. So that's why we have discussed. And these were actually the eligibility. You should be unemployed, lazy, chronically online, means minimum 11 hours a day, or can rant professionally. So if you are having any of these 4 criteria, you can become a member. And we do not check religion, caste, gender, etc. Now what happened was he actually made a satirical website, etc. However, later on he became very popular and he decided actually to come back. Abhijit Dipke. He decided to come back on 6 June to India in Delhi, because actually roughly during the same period there was a NEET controversy that happened. The NEET exam paper got leaked, a lot of hue and cry happened. So he decided to come back and start protesting for the resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, the Education Minister of India. That is what you should be knowing. So this is what and what happened was, first of all, let me show, this is actually why people got surprised, because they actually suddenly gained huge amount of followers. So much so that it is much more than the ruling parties also. And this was surprising to everyone that so many followers they got. And in Instagram, similarly, actually what happened was, during the same time, roughly around 21st June, Cockroach Janata Party's official X account was withheld in India. Withheld means it will not be shown, or equivalent to blocking order. So under section 69 capital A of Information Technology Act, the Cockroach Janata Party's X account was blocked. So this is section 69 capital A. Central government or any officer of specially authorized by it on behalf of it is necessary expedient in the interest of the sovereignty and integrity of India, defense, security of state, friendly relation with foreign states or public order. They can order blocking of any public access, like any information on the which is available in the public domain. So this law was used to issue blocking order of X account of Cockroach Janata Party. Okay. Now what happened was, and these are the things that were in the news, and they had made another X account, Cockroach is back, etc. These things. Okay. Now what happened was, recently on 7 July, Delhi High Court ordered the restoration of Cockroach Janata Party's X account. Even the government in the Delhi High Court, did not oppose it. They said that now the NEET exam is over. So now we don't have any problem. You can pass an order to restore the Cockroach Janata Party's account. And Delhi High Court ordered it. Because they had actually, when the government had blocked it, they had gone to the High Court. Okay. And when the hearing was there on 7 July, the central government said, no, we do not have any problem. It no longer have any objection. They can open their account. Okay. Second thing is, who is Abhijit Dipke? He was born in 1995 in Aurangabad, Maharashtra. He was studying in Boston University. And he had earlier served from 2020 to 2023 as an Aam Aadmi Party social media team volunteer. Okay. So that is about it. And yes, they have 7 official spokespersons: Saurav Das, Vijeta Dahiya, and Ashutosh Ranka, and there are others also. That is what you should be knowing about. Up pad sakte ho. If you are interested, you can read further in detail about that. And these are the eligibility criteria. We have already discussed it. If you belong to any of the 4, you can become a member of this party. Now, what happened was when they started coming on 6 June, he came back from Boston to India, and he said that he will start protesting actually at Jantar Mantar against for resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, the Education Minister of India. He was supported by Mr. Sonam Wangchuk. We will discuss about Sonam Wangchuk also in detail. Activist Prashant Bhushan also supported him. Even Anna Hazare ji also expressed support for young people backing Cockroach Janata Party, etc. These things happened. Then we have seen Congress MP Mr. Shashi Tharoor supporting. Many other TMC MPs supported him. And a lot of celebrities, Mr. Anurag Kashyap, Mr. Kunal Kamra, Konkana Sen Sharma, Fatma Sana Sheikh, Dia Mirza, Isha Gupta, they all actually supported YouTuber Dhruv Rathi. So these things were actually in the news. These people actually supported him. However, there are people who opposed him also. Like Union Minister Mr. Kiran Rijiju had said that this is actually an attempt by the Pakistan and George Soros gang, etc. and all. So these things were actually in the news. You can agree or disagree. That is your choice. Okay. We are here actually to discuss the academics of that. In May 2026, a petition was filed in the Supreme Court of India to seek CBI investigation. ये हम लोगों ने discuss कर लिया है ना, these things, है ना. Okay. I think that is more than enough, है ना. Okay. Now let's talk about protest at Jantar Mantar. I've told you in June 2026, he came back from America and he started protesting against Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, the Education Minister of India. Because at that time, NEET 2026 paper leak happened and there were some issues with CBI on screen marking irregularity. On screen marking happened and there were some issues like the copies were exchanged or something like that. Some students raised the concern with regards to that. So they started protesting for the resignation of Education Minister of India. When the demands was not met, they started protesting at Jantar Mantar in New Delhi. And it was joined by Mr. Sonam Wangchuk, the activist and education reformer, etc. And we are seeing it, that till now he has lost almost 8.2 kg of his weight. And it has been very much in the news. Today will be, I think, 17th day, etc. and all. So, Sonam Wangchuk, frail means kamzor, weak. Who has been on a protest for the past 16 days, told the BBC on Monday. I have begun to its logical conclusion, etc. These things were actually in the news. And this CJP was founded by Abhijit Dipke. Okay. So these things are there. Let's learn something about Mr. Sonam Wangchuk, because that is also very, very important. So he's an activist, innovator, education reformer, environmentalist. He's the founding director of SECMOL. So these things you should know. SECMOL, SECMOL. He has been instrumental in Operation New Hope. This is the next thing. And he invented Ice Stupa. These are 3 main achievements. We will talk about him. First, SECMOL. What is that? So first of all, this is Ladakh Union Territory. And he belongs to there. SECMOL is an Indian non-government organization established in Leh, Ladakh. Leh is the capital of Ladakh. Founded in 1988, aimed at reforming education system of Ladakh. So basically, founder is Mr. Sonam Wangchuk. By a group of young Ladakhis returning from universities who understood the problem of younger generation with modern education, their lack of focus and cultural confusion. So their main intention is to reform the government schools, helping village students in their education, awakening youth to problems stemming from inappropriate and insensitive schooling. So basically the idea is to promote schooling, education, etc. Improve the government school education system, etc. This NGO will be helping. Okay. They are headquartered in Phi in the Indus Valley, 18 km from Leh. And it was inaugurated in 1998 by Dalai Lama ji. This is SECMOL. And the same SECMOL launched Operation New Hope in 1994 to campaign to provide culturally appropriate and locally relevant education. To ensure that culturally appropriate and locally relevant education in the Ladakh should be provided by SECMOL. Operation New Hope was launched. Okay, that's what you should know. Next is an ice stupa technique. This has been developed by Mr. Sonam Wangchuk. It is a glacier rafting technique that creates artificial glacier used for storing winter water, etc. Okay. You know that Ladakh is also a desert. We have discussed, actually there are two deserts in India. One is in Rajasthan, in Thar Desert, which is a hot desert. Another desert is at Ladakh, which is a cold desert, which very few people know that it is also a desert, cold desert. Okay. Okay, and channeling and freezing of water for irrigation has been existed for hundreds of years, but it has been reinvented and popularized by Mr. Sonam Wangchuk. Okay, and for that he had won Rolex Award for Enterprise for work on ice stupa, etc. Okay, so it's a cold desert where agriculture is not practiced during the winter. You know these things, and so you can read about it in detail. Since there is a water shortage supply, so they make like this ice stupa. So there's a technology he has developed with the help of which water is stored here and which can be used during dry days. That is the idea behind this in one line. Okay, and he has received Raman Maxis Award also in 2018. That's what you should know. Eminent Technology of the Himalayan Region Award by IIT Mandi. Global Award for Sustainable Architecture, etc. He was born in Alchi, Jammu and Kashmir, now in Ladakh. And he's a BTech from NIT Srinagar. Established SECMOL, Ice Stupa, SECMOL, Operation New Hope. These are famous. Ladakh Milans. These are famous achievements. His wife is Geetanjali J. Angmo. And he has won these awards. Please read it. Global Award for Sustainable Architecture, Rolex Award for Enterprise, for Ice Stupa. Raman Magsaysay Award, very famous award, given by Philippines. It is called as Nobel Prize in Asia. So these things you should know. He did BTech from Mechanical Engineering from NIT Srinagar. He has also won some other awards. Okay, that's what you should know. And yes, we have seen in January 2023, he has been protesting for the demand of 6th schedule status to be given to Ladakh. And for that, we had taken a separate class. You just search on YouTube. Ladakh 6th schedule. Mr. Sonam Wangchuk, right? Sonam Wangchuk. Career launcher. Law entrance. You search this. You will get a video where I had discussed in detail about the demand of 6th schedule by Mr. Sonam Wangchuk and people. So there also he had sat on fast unto death during that time also. Okay. So there were some reports of house arrest, etc. He started a fast unto death to press for his, in 2024 March. He sat on fast unto death for the constitutional demand for 6th schedule status for Ladakh. Okay, you can see. He asked for statehood to be given to unity of Ladakh and a 6th schedule status, etc. He walked from September 2024. He walked from Ladakh to Delhi for the protest. Okay, etc. To ask for the 6th schedule status for the Ladakh Union Territory. And last year, in September 2025, he was arrested. Actually, what happened was, in September 2025, there was a protest in Leh which turned violent and it attacked BJP office. And after that, Home Ministry blamed Mr. Sonam Wangchuk for this. He was for inciting the violence, etc. And he was arrested. He was arrested in September 2025 last year. And under National Security Act. And under National Security Act, a person can be arrested for 1 year without trial. Without even initiating a trial, a person can be in jail for 1 year. That's what you should know. So he was arrested and he was in jail for 170 days. The matter went to the Supreme Court. People filed habeas corpus petition. His wife, actually. His wife, Angmo, filed an habeas corpus petition in the Supreme Court. And when the Supreme Court was hearing it, actually, Wangchuk was released by the Home Ministry on 14th March 2026 by the government itself. The government decided to revoke the detention under NSA. Okay, that's what you should know. Okay. And you know these things that he is inspired. Actually, there's a film of Amir Khan, 3 Idiots, that was directed by Mr. Rajkumar Hirani. And it is perhaps based on his life. And Phansukh Wangdu, there's a guy in 3 Idiots, etc. And he has won these awards. We have told you, Raman Magsaysay is the most prominent one. There are others awards also. Prominent awards, And yes, when I was saying, I was searching for this news, I got to know that there was a guy who played the actor, Hana, in Three Idiot. There was an actor who played a role, and he actually supported him. That is what you should know. So basically, he has sat on fast unto death, and I think this is the 17th day, and he's on the hunger strike because he wants resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, the Education Minister of India. So Education Minister becomes important. Acha, earlier it was called as Ministry of Education. Then the name got changed to Ministry of Human Resource Development. And then again, after National Education Policy 2020 came, after that again it was renamed as Ministry of Education. So these things you should know. Please read something about Ministry of Education because we have seen questions on ministries. So they can ask question about the history of Education Minister also. Ministry, hai na? And first Education Minister of India was Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. This can also be asked because Education Ministry is in the news. So they can ask that. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. And his birthday is celebrated as National Education Day. Now you have to write in the comment section. In the comment section, please write, when do we celebrate National Education Day? It is the birthday of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. First question. Second question is, we celebrate 5th September as Teachers' Day. In whose memory we celebrate? Whose birthday is on 5th September? That we celebrate it as a Teachers' Day. Write in the comments also. These two are the questions that you have to answer it in the comments. So this is all about today's class. Please subscribe to our channel, press the like button, share this video. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.